Why do I exist? That's a tough one. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I wanted to show y'all my thinking couch. This is my thinking couch. This is the ayahuasca painting of Alex Gray. He made a blanket. He makes his paintings into blankets. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. Let's get a shot of that. Look at that. Woo! Anyway, I have an intro song now. Check it out. I have an intro song now. Why can't I say this right? Why is this sound right? I don't know. Why am I'm overthinking things, man. Why have I said this like 10 times? I have an intro song now. I have an intro song now. And I want to show you guys. Yeah, so anyway, that was my intro song. Hope you liked it, and I don't know why I felt like I wasn't like saying it right. I feel like I was like holding back or something, I don't know. Anyways, why do I exist? Existence is very strange. Consciousness can only do so much to contribute to finding out why we exist. Because we only have these 5 senses. Imagine like this glass of water right here. Like this water is consciousness, and above the water is beyond this reality that we know of, or that we can perceive. Like you can't make this water rise above its own level. That would be impossible. You can't make, because the level of the water is the level of the water. You can't have another level on top of it floating, and that, you know, doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. You cannot have another layer of water on top of the layer of water. That's the layer of water. Anyway, that's like us perceiving this reality. We are a cup of water that cannot rise above its own level of waterness. Our consciousness can only perceive so much reality. And when we try to ask, why do I exist, or why am I here, that's connected to so many more questions, like following questions. This is a deep ruminations video. Existential anxiety is definitely a problem. You know, the feeling of, holy cow, I'm gonna die one day. What's the point of everything? If I just woke up, after I die, am I just gonna wake up again and again and again and again and experience, hopefully, a good experience? Like, gosh, that is a horrible perspective to adopt as a normal thought. Like as a normal, to make room in your brain for that. It definitely takes very little effort. It's very easy to be pessimistic about your existence and why we're here. The next question that would be asked is, who exists? And then my answer would be, I do. But then how do I know I do? You know, it's like 2 questions that just bounce back and forth. You won't get anywhere. But there is a language that speaks within that question of asking, who am I and why do I exist? Okay, you can be a human, you can be a human ego and answer those questions like directly. You can answer them directly. You can try to answer it with concepts, otherwise known as words. Or you can see the language that speaks at the fact that I'm asking questions. The fact that I'm asking questions paradoxically proves that I exist. The fact that asking a question is happening means that things are happening, right? And to describe with words that asking is happening still isn't describing the language that speaks within asking questions. It's not just, it can't just, words cannot describe good enough the language that speaks through the fact that questions are being asked. Things are happening. I want to say that words are not facts. So when we describe certain facts, like I am sitting on a couch, well, if you dissect that sentence, like, what is a couch? Okay, it's cotton, it's wood, it's probably whatever it's made of. What is wood? Wood is from a tree. What is a tree? What's a tree? It's a plant. What is it made of? It's made of cells. Okay, what are cells? What atoms? It's made of atoms. What are atoms? So we keep using concepts. We keep using perceived concepts to describe what we think we know. A fact that lies within language. And that's an indescribable fact. You cannot describe it with the language. Just like our consciousness cannot be aware of what is more, what is beyond what we can perceive. It's the same analogy. A fact cannot be known if you only know it through other concepts. And that's just the best way us humans can describe what's going on. So one day I was asking myself this question. I'm like, why do I exist? Who am I? I came to a conclusion that I don't have to know why. And I don't have to know anything. Because there is an inner knowing that speaks the language through those questions. There's a language that we all speak that we don't speak. If that makes sense. There's an inner knowing that isn't necessarily the same type of knowing than knowing a fact. The sky is blue, you know. It's not the same type of knowing. To define this type of inner knowing is impossible. And if someone says it's possible and they try to define it, I have to say they're wrong. Because if they define it with words, with human words, then they're already setting a limit on the objective truth of whatever it is, of whatever they're talking about, whatever fact it is. All words are limiting the limitless potential that exists within reality. Everything has limitless potential because it's energy and it's going to exist forever. At least that's what that's what scientists think. Is that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so it's going to exist forever. We are perceiving reality at a certain rate relative to certain things, and we call that time. But then once we call it time, we have this preconception in our mind already when we say the word in a sentence with other concepts attached to it. The context clues of time manipulates its actual reality, its actual definition, what it actually is. And the same thing goes for, people that think they know God, or know love. And they describe how they know God or know what love is. And it's weird because you're going to hear so many different definitions. Who's right? Who's wrong? When they describe how they know God or know what love is, you know, they'll say, I am with God, okay? Or I am in love, or I love this person. I would have to disagree. At least this time in my life right now, with the knowledge I have, I would have to disagree, because if I say even if I say I am God, okay, a lot of people think that we are an extension of God, and that's what they mean when they say I am God. So when I say I am God, I'm not God. I am what God is. If I say I am love, that's not right. I'm not love. I'm just what love is. I'm whatever love is. I'm whatever God is. Same thing with emotions. You know, if people say I'm happy or I'm sad, no, you're not. You're not the word or the preconception or the thought, whatever that pops into your mind when you think or hear that word. You are just what we are trying to describe, or you're currently experiencing what you're trying to describe. You're not what the word is. So anyway, I'm trying to explain to y'all that words limit truth. Words limit our potential as well. So to end this video, like, I don't have to know why I exist. I don't have to know my purpose either. Because I think that I will never know. We all don't have to know why. We don't have to know who we are, really. We just have to live a good life. And everyone can realize that inner knowing language. We don't have to know our purpose. All we have to do is ask questions and mind jam and ruminate. And then the language that speaks through questions being asked in general will be translatable. And I think I'll end it there. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's a lot more to come, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Why do I exist? Oh, I'm asking why I exist. I must exist if I'm asking, if asking is happening. But what's the point of knowing why I exist?